So we always talk about if you're paying a mortgage one way or another, and even the business owner is paying a mortgage one way or another, whether it's yours or the owner of the building.
Yeah, and a lot of times the restriction and why people haven't been able to buy commercial property is because they are massive down payments. When you're looking at commercial properties, A, expensive, and B, you're looking at typically 30 to 40% down with traditional lending. So if you're looking at 40% of, let's just say a small little tiny building could be like $1.2 million.
Easy.
That is a lot of capital that is better used injected into your business than it is injected into the equity of a property.
But a great way to create wealth down the road while handling your business, and instead of paying someone else, believe it or not, you can actually potentially for 10% down become the building owner.
That's right. So utilizing the SBA program, you can actually buy a property with as little as 10% down. Why is it so important to do this now? Now is more important than ever because rates are as low as they've ever been. So if you're going to get into some sort of a large liability like that of a commercial building, you want to do it when rates are low.
How cool would that be to be paying yourself or have other tenants paying for your quote, quote, business expenses while creating wealth over time? Because believe it or not, we run out of commercial properties all the time. I know out in Los Angeles, I think the vacancy level is what, 3% maybe?
Nothing.
2%?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Vacancies are very, very low in Los Angeles, particularly in manufacturing. So the one thing is don't get married to whatever you do. Make sure you look around the area and make sure that it's something that you could rent should your business no longer exist there, should you outgrow it. It's very important that you make sure that you look at it as a long-term investment and not just what your current needs are. But I know of a business that bought a little manufacturing place in Van Nuys, and then they rented that out to somebody else, and then he bought a larger, more office space and storage in Chatsworth, and now he's rented half of that out. I've seen this strategy work very well for people, so it's something to take into consideration.
The only key is you're probably going, well, why wouldn't I just put 10% down and go with the SBA loan? The SBA is going to require you to have collateral pretty much equal to that 40%.
And a business plan, and it's not...
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, and what this article goes into, is that the SBA loans today are so much easier than the SBA loans of the past, and there's not the red tape that you used to have with all the typical government stuff. So it is easier than it's ever been. Interest rates are better than they've ever been.
That's the key point. We know interest rates are key.
Yeah, so it's super important. Just take this into consideration. Look at the building you're in. Look at what you're paying in rent and say, could I buy the building next door? Is there something with a sign in front of it around? So take that into consideration, and maybe you could build some wealth in the next 20 years.
All right. Hopefully you found this valuable information. A lot of valuable information by going to donandgino.com. On our YouTube channel, there are thousands of videos with great information like this, great interviews with some of the top professionals around the nation. This is stuff you should be seeing on a daily basis and sharing with your clients and sharing with your friends. Thanks for tuning in.